Hey guys, so I wanted to get on here real quick and just talk to you for a second. So, the Lord's been having me drive, basically, I've covered a lot of states in the last, 2 weeks, and I just come over into Washington State today, over into Spokane, and went downtown this morning, and I am like, what I seen a few minutes ago. It is far worse. It's the worst I've seen so far. Like this, the shape that human beings are in, trying to live, and what really, what I mean. I seen something a minute ago that's got me shook. You know what I mean? Like it's really got me shook, and I'd say I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. And so like, it makes me wonder. Like I went to bed. Like I just want to talk to y'all today. I just want to talk, just have a conversation. Like last night, when I was going to bed, I started like really thinking about like the conditions that Noah lived in before the flood. When there was giants on the land, giants in the land, and there were hybrid humans. There were 2/3 angelic, fallen angel, and there were a third human. And it talks about, I don't care what you think about the book of Enoch. The Bible mentions the book of Enoch. There's quotations in the Bible taken from the book of Enoch. So I have read the book of Enoch, and it talks about, the depravity of mankind, when Noah was on the earth, and he was preaching God's message. He preached God's message for 120 years. For 120 years, no one responded. And, we know that, his wife was included in the ark, and his 3 sons, and, their 3 wives. But it makes me wonder, like, I know the Bible says that only Noah was found righteous. He was the only person on the whole face of the earth that was found righteous. And I really feel like the only reason that Noah's sons, got to be included is because they were his family. And the Lord used them, to repopulate the earth. But I was thinking last night, the conditions that they lived in. And I'm telling you, what I seen today, the human condition, the condition of the human being. And I know that there's probably places worse, but today was the worst. It was the worst that I've seen, and I've been in downtown Dallas, and, even Gallup, New Mexico was getting bad. I've never been to Phoenix, so I don't know, but what I just witnessed was bad. And so like, people are, okay, and so like where I was staying at, I'm in a new place right now, but where I stayed at last week, the people that was there, like everybody was there, like you could just, like they were just so like, despairing of life, you know what I mean? Like they were merely existing, and it was just like it was like a weekly motel thing. But most of the people there was, they lived there all the time, and it's like you could see no life in their face, you could see no life in their eyes, and they literally was just merely existing, you know what I mean? And like what I've seen today and what I've been seeing, it makes me wonder. The Bible says that that when Jesus says when he comes back, it'll be like the days of Noah. So it makes me wonder a lot. I know, like when I moved away from my hometown of Madisonville, Tennessee, like ever so often I'd go back, like every year, every couple of years, and drive through, and like you could see like the homeless situation getting worse, and you could just feel like it's not the town that I grew up in. It was just getting like really dark. And so like, everywhere that I've been going here lately, you can feel, because I've been like going through some big cities and stuff like that, and visiting and staying, and you can feel it. Like it's like you can feel it. Like people are losing hope. You know what I mean? Like they're really losing hope, and they don't know what to do. They really don't know what to do. And I was I was on my YouTube today, and one of my videos popped up in the news thing, and it was just like a really quick thing, and it said, and I was talking about that as blood-bought saints of Jesus Christ, we have the answers that people are looking for. And I was talking about, there was a random kid in the store, and I overheard a conversation. He was asking his dad, telling his dad he hoped one day he could go to heaven. you know, and I interceded and, you know, explained to him what it took to go to heaven, you know, that it wasn't by works. And because he lived in a predominantly Mormon town where, you know, they believe that your works are going to get you to heaven, or wherever it is they think they're going. But, you know, I was just thinking, you know, like, and I was just praying to the Lord a few minutes ago. I was like, Lord, you know, guide your people to help the helpless, you know what I mean? Because, like, you know, you see like the housing, you see like the housing situation, you know, and I know like from just going to place, like rent is outrageous, you know, like it's absolutely outrageous. And like most of these towns and stuff like that I've been going to, you know, people rent out rooms of their house. But how scary is that? You know what I mean? Like, how scary is that you go and live with complete strangers in someone else's house, or you have to have complete strangers come in your house that they've just seen your ad on Marketplace, Facebook. You know, like, it's just really getting scary out here. And so, like, you know, Jesus is the answer. You know, Jesus is the answer. And so, like, I guess, like, I just really want to encourage those that are stepping outside themselves, you know, that really want to bring hope to the hopeless. We really need to start. Look here, oh my goodness, like what I just seen was bad. It was bad. So I guess, like, for me, like, I need to start like really praying for the Lord to prepare me, like, mentally, you know what I mean, mentally and emotionally, because the majority of the people, like, so more and more people's going to be being homeless. Like when I went and helped out that Sunday in Dallas with the homeless situation, there was so many people down there that they was not on drugs, you know what I mean, they just could not afford a place to live, you know, and like, and they're literally, you know, just having to live on the streets, you know what I mean. And all the shelters, like I've been kind of like checking the shelters, like from place to place, like you can't even get into a shelter. And like, or there's like the waiting list. You have to wait a year or 2 years, you know, for the homeless coalition in these towns and stuff like that to literally to come in and help you, you know, get off the streets. And what I'm saying is just bad. It's just bad. And so, like, we really just need to be praying that that the Lord prepare us mentally, you know, that He prepares us emotionally. Because the thing about it is, like, when you minister to people out here in the streets and stuff like that, and just wherever, you know, there's such a hopelessness coming across the world that really there's not much that we can physically do for them, you know. It's just like lead them to Jesus, to pray for them and stuff like that. But I don't know, it just shook me. And I don't know, you know what I mean. I don't know. God help us.